So let's talk about how you met Azie.
Well, when I moved from 141st between Lennox and 7th, we moved up to 723 St. Nicholas, apartment 55 on the 5th floor.
Our floor.
Chill, don't like that.
He's getting close.
See, nigga,
He's getting close. He's getting close. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, after all the blue situations and whatever, I used to just see A sitting on the stoop all the time. We used to come in from school and he'd be sitting on the stoop. Speak to him, he'd speak, what up, my nigga, what up? So he was more like a big brother figure to, all my friends that lived in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I took more to him because I started noticing what he was doing. And the cleaners it's Jimmy's Cleaners. That's what it was called, Jimmy's Cleaners. In the Paid in Full movie, it was Mr. Pibbs or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, changed names to secure people's innocence. So I used to always go to the store that was right next to the cleaners, and I noticed he was working in there. So I go in there and holler at him, what's going on? And me and him be talking.
Right.
And some of his friends would be in there. They'd be playing checkers and all that. And I end up sitting in there playing checkers. And, they used to look at me like, what up, little nigga? And I was the little nigga. You know what I'm saying? So after going in there all the time, I was end up playing checkers and watching his friends come in. And he was making delivery. He'd be like, yo, I'll be back. I got to lock the cleaners up. I'm going to make a delivery. I'd be like, all right. So I'll leave and go play with my friends. Sometime around, I'll come back. He'll be back in there. And I was like, man, I want to make some money, man. I was 10 years old. And he was like, I ain't really got nothing for you to do. I said, man, I could deliver the clothes for you. And I started delivering clothes for him. And he'd give me $20, $30, stuff like that, help him deliver clothes, because Mr. Jimmy used to leave him to run the whole cleaners. For, you know what I'm saying? And he was, 15, 16 years old. Mr. Jimmy be gone.
Hold on, though. What you need all that money for at 10 years old, though? We
I wanted to make money. That's all was in my mental. I want to make.
10 years old?
That's where my mind was at.
Why?
Making money. Because I want money. I like money. I watch my moms do her thing. And at one point in time, like I said, she'll buy stuff, but we probably have to wait to get it sometime. But we'll get it later.
Right.
So I just wanted to make some money. So after that, I started noticing other things going on in the cleaners with Azie. I started seeing people coming in there, and he passing them bottles and exchanging money. So I don't say nothing. I'm asking him, like, what's that all about? He was selling Coke, $20 a bottle. Regular Azie, still don't get fly, none of that.
Right.
He wasn't getting a lot of money at the time. That's when he first started, the big saga. Then I seen him pouring stuff in the dollar bill, $10. That was half a bottle. Then after that, to make a long story short, after that cleaner situation, I told him I want to make some money doing that too. He told me no. He never wanted me to sell drugs. He told me, hell no, you can't do that. So I'm going to school. I was going to Stitt High School, and I met a Spanish dude, and the Spanish dude was stealing from his brother, stealing Coke. And I was like, yo, I need some of that. He said, yo, I can get some Coke for you, whatever. And he bought me some Coke. I bought it to Azie. Azie looked at it. He was like, he laughed and all that when I gave it to him. I was like, yeah, I can get some, man. He was like, let me see it. I gave it to him. It wasn't really a lot. He let it, put it on his hand, did his hand like this, put it on his hand, licked it. He was like, oh, this shit kind of aight. He's like, who gave you this? I was like, my friend at school. He can get some of this, he told me. He laughed. He told me he still didn't want me to fuck with no drug. He's like, man, you need to chill, man, with all that. So my boy brother caught him, beat the shit out of him, long story short with that. So after that, next thing I know, Azie moved to the building, which is 723 St. Nicholas Avenue, and started progressing. Next thing I know, I seen him pulling up in a Toyota, a gold color Toyota system. First person with a system that I ever seen. Loud music playing with his fisher hat. What were they calling the fisherman hats? Mm-hmm. Back then. After that, he brought his cousin named Darren. We call him Smooth. Bought him, had him out there because that's somebody he could trust. He was doing it. The building ended up doing $60,000 a day. Buying work from Nunu. That and the dude name was Nunu, but in the movie they called him Lulu. You know what I'm saying? And he was and the Birds was going for 10,000 at that time, back then. And niggas was doing 60,000 a day. So as he prospered from the building, we moved the situation down the hill to 145th Street.
You said we, so at this time you're part of the you're part of the movement now.
Nah, not at that time.
Not
so
yet.
Right, I'm glad you said that. No, because at that time I wasn't still a part of the movement. I wanted to be, because I seen what was going on. But
we had a mother and father that was on some shit.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, get that ass beat.
How you know?
Mom and pops would beat that ass. So no, I wasn't part of the movement then.
Shout out to mom and pop.
Flushing packs and shit like that.
Yeah, for real. I'm glad you said that. No. He moved the movement down to 145th, right? So I got a little older. I think I was about 13 then. And he moved it to 145th between 8th and 7th. And he opened up a store called a Jukebox. So I'm back on his neck again. I need to get some money. I want to get money. He told me, come down the hill. Meet me there tomorrow. Met him down there. He showed me everything to do inside of the game room. We used to have all the drugs in the games. He gave me all the keys to the game to the games, and gave me every time the work come in, I put it in there. And next door was another store where the drugs was being sold. First we started selling out of the store. After that, started selling next door. But I was never selling. I was just running the store and making sure that people getting the drugs, people getting the money, me putting the money back inside the game. When he come, all the money and everything is accounted for. I was getting $2,000 a week at 13 years old. Doing that. I go up the hill to my block with all my peers, take niggas shopping. Niggas is like, oh shit. What the fuck? Couldn't believe it. So I was running the game room for him at that point in time. He had some other older peers running it at one point in time, but he knew me from childhood, and then after that, that's when he trusted me to take over and handle all that stuff at the store. And that's how that happened.
So you're handling stuff at the store. What happened next with Azie? Are you around when he meets Alpo and Rich? Because I heard that the story is a little mixed up sometimes.
It's very mixed up.
In the movie. Can you walk us through what you remember?
I know Rich Porter when he was packing bags. I know Rich Porter when he lived up the hill. Like my block is like 146. You go up 146, that's where Rich Porter used to be as a little kid. Him, my boy, God bless the dead, Clyde. They used to come down riding on the dirt bike, taking turns riding on the dirt bikes and riding. Fly little niggas at a young age. I was a little boy then. I still was probably about 10 years old watching them come through the block riding. So years later, the movie was definitely switched around. After A sold it to my brother, to Dame, they, had some stuff switched around. But anyway, Rich Porter, later on down the road, Rich Porter was a LA. People don't talk about LA. LA was Rich Porter's big homie. A lot of people know about LA. He was really the big dog. Big dog. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, when A moved from 145th, Rich Porter been getting money up on the hill and wherever him and LA was getting money. Once we was on 145th, A wanted had a problem with some people and some shit got ugly and he wanted to leave it alone. Like Lou will tell you, like Lou told y'all in the other interview, like Egg hear about some shit, he ready to break out. Fuck that. He ain't around no. He not gonna be around it. He's gonna break out. So he moved his operation to 134th between Lenox and 7th in a building. We had that building. Rich Porter was always up the hill somewhere. He was nowhere around down there. This was that King Erner dumb shit that he talking about. Azie moved his operations all around Rich Porter. That's a fucking lie. That's stupid. He moved it 134th between Lenox and 7th. Had the spot clicking there. Same thing. Killing the game. It was nothing to ride around with 100,000 in the trunk and knowing you're gonna see another 100,000 tomorrow easy. So we moved the to 134th. Had some problems in that block. My boy Kato, God bless the dead, threw a nigga. I don't want to mention his name because a lot of people got a lot of love and respect for this particular person. But it was a second floor window. My boy Kato threw the nigga out the window for stealing. And then A was like, yo,
He like that shit.
we gotta move. He moved from 134th to 132nd. That's when you hit a milestone. Like, the location 132. We moved it to 132nd. We kept 134th for a little bit to make sure 132nd was secure. 132nd Street started getting and bubbling. We let 134th Street go. I used to be in there running the 134th Street spot for him for a little minute.
Let me ask you a question. Why you think AZ made a killing? What was different about his work than everybody else's work?
Well, I didn't know what was actually going on because I was a young boy, but he definitely dropped the prices.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
He dropped the prices, and he was getting it for a good number. And I don't know how he met.
Nunu.
I don't know how he met Nunu or whatever. I don't know how he met him.
Have you ever seen Nunu before?
Of course. I used to go buy from Nunu myself. AZ gave me opportunity to do that once I got older and I wanted to get my own money.
So the story
I was
with
buying
Nunu,
eighths from Nunu at like $2,000.
the story when Nunu got killed. Is that true in the movie?
Nah, Nunu didn't get killed. I think Nunu was deported in Dominican Republic right now. And he can't come over there. I just talked to one of my other friends which is AZ's sister's ex-husband. He was a good friend of mine. And he's over in Dominican Republic. Said Nunu is over there and deported and can't come back right now. That's the only reason why I could mention his name right now, because other than that, I wouldn't even do all that. Because he's not doing what he used to do anymore.
So what part we was up to?
Nunu?
Yeah, Nunu. So Nunu.
Did I meet Nunu? Yeah, I know Nunu personally. I go see him myself by myself. AZ is the type of guy that when you show him progress, he don't mind sharing the love. He always was a good dude. That's why I'm up here right now, because I don't like the way people was portraying him to be like a sucker, a scared nigga, a snitch. He's not none of that.
We gonna get into that.
No doubt.
So Rich was getting money.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why AZ made money is because he dropped the price, you said.
Right.
And his work was good.
Exactly.
It was not like Blue Magic. Is that
no, he always gonna keep the good work. Blue Magic, what that was heroin. He wasn't selling heroin.
Yeah.
Frank Lucas.
Yeah, just told some old school shit. Nah. But his shit was good. So now, when you knew Rich Porter?
Yep.
AZ, you
from
said
little kids.
You said AZ moved from 134th?
From
134th
our block
to
145th to 134th to 132nd.
Okay. Now he moved to 132nd. What's going on there?
Killing the game. In and out. Cheese lines to buy cocaine, my nigga. Back then. Cheese lines.
Some of the cheese lines, like Lou said, the back in the days, cheese.
Cheese lines on 132nd. Actually, we was in the middle of the block first before we turned to the avenue. He was in the middle of the block of 132nd. And then we moved to the next like close to the 131st Street, and it was cheese lines all day long. It's like money follow him, you know. It's like they said. It was for some reason A was just prone to money coming to him for some reason. In the movie they call him lucky and all that, but I don't know nothing about his mom calling him lucky. He still put in work to make that actually happen. You know what I'm saying? He just stayed consistent. So that's what happened on 132nd. Then when Rich Porter came home from jail, Rich Porter was on 131st. What is that? What is garage? That's 131st right there,
He's
right?
on N3. Yeah.
Yeah, Rich was on 132nd over there, but he wasn't. Another thing with the King Ernest stupid talking about something about with the Azie was on spots with wherever Rich was.
Can you really get mad at King Ernest? He's from Philly. I don't think, how would he know? You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at
what
him.
is he talking about?
I can get mad at
Tell
him.
me why.
Because you're talking about something that you don't know what you're talking about. So whoever you paid information to get to talk about real Harlem legacy, you need to get your money back. Because you got robbed. Because you don't know what you're talking about, my brother. And I'm here right now for all that.
Big Bootsie, let's slow down. I see the energy. You just turned to a Super Saiyan. Let's bring it back to regular level. The whole Super Saiyan on me.
No doubt.
I'm just saying. You can't get mad. Well, you can get mad, but you gotta he getting wrong information, but you can't blame him. He just saying what he got, right?
Yeah, but that ain't right. That don't make you a person that's an earner or a person with honor. That turns you into what my brother Dame said, a chatty patty. You just talking about something you don't know what you're talking about. So real men don't speak about something unless they get facts. I'm not going to speak about nothing that I don't know is really a fact because I don't want to look crazy to people.
So King Ernest said that he got the locations wrong and what was going on wrong, basically. Because when Rich came home, he said
He said wherever Rich set up shop, AZ was always setting up right next to him. And I got that from his cousins. His family. That's what he said. That don't even make sense. And he don't even know what he's talking about.
So what was
Once
the real
Rich
story?
came home, A was already on 132nd Street doing his thing. When Rich came home, he went looking, he had to connect with Fritz. He went and found my boy, J Black. And my nigga, I want to make sure I say this the correct way. When he got home, because it's that serious. Long story short, when he came home, he moved his operation to 131 and 7th. He was rocking with Fritz. Fritz gave him massive amount of kilos to move, and Rich was hitting everybody with work. Queens, Brooklyn, Harlem, Baltimore, Virginia, wherever you want to know. My boy J Black was one of the people, was like one of his go-to man was his lieutenant at the time. That was go see Black, get it. Black, get the money. Take it upstairs. Go upstairs, get this. Come back down, give it. He was the go-to man at that time. AZ already was across the street. And my nigga Slay. So how it all happened was Slay, we was playing, well, I wasn't playing. They was playing basketball in the park. Rich Porter came looking for Slay. Found Slay. Told Slay, come here with me real quick. These are the guys from 140th. The crazy, one of the craziest block in Harlem, which is gonna be a movie soon too. Anyway, he found Slay, told Slay come with him. Slay tell Black, I'll be right back. Slay and J Black is like this, tight brothers out of that block. Slay tells Rich Porter, yo, pull my brother in. You know, bring him with me. J Black meet Rich Porter. It was like a marriage. They all was tight. They was running a lot of that shit for Rich. Period. Rich used to go in 8 o'clock at night. A lot of people don't know that. He ain't hang out. He ain't do all that shit. The rooftop and all that shit, you seen that shit in the movie, all that shit ain't real. He might have been to the rooftop once, twice, whatever, but every night Rich go in at 8 o'clock in New Jersey is where he lived at. My boys was running all that shit for him. I was on the other side of the street. They was on that side of the street. Until we all go playing basketball for some money, 30, 40,000 a game, they was over there doing what they was doing. I was over there doing what I was doing with A. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the King Earner dude is talking about when he says all that. So that's why I feel I have the right to be upset, because you don't know what you're talking about, and you're going to take away from our history. Not saying it's good history, it's not. Because this, right now, this interview is about setting the record straight so people can know actually what really happened. I don't want people being confused and all over the place. People like King Earner confuse it, because I want the young youth that's trying to figure out what really happened, because they are in it now. They need to know like that what we came from is some bullshit, so they don't think that they can go and duplicate that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about the snitch shit that they talking about. Azie never been involved with the government.
Hold on, because we definitely, I know, I don't like to rush things. So
okay,
I'm into the story.
Control
like
the pace. I'm with you right now.
Yeah. I gotta control you. You're moving fast.
I'm
you
with
went to the
you.
bathroom. You came back with a different speed. I know your wife went out there. I don't know what's going on. I I had y'all waiting. Let's bring. I'm saying, let's slow down a little bit. So Rich Porter had across the street Azie. So how did they come together? That's what I'm saying. How did they come together?
Well, they knew each other back then. They knew each other from, little kids as well. They never came together and really done no business. They already had, A had his own connect. Rich had his own connect. It was they was together doing stuff together. And if they might have exchanged doing something together, I don't know nothing about little parts in our life. They probably did something together at one point in time, but A had his own situation going on. Rich had his own situation going on. When Rich got killed, Fritz wanted to turn A into what he had Rich Porter doing, hitting everybody. But A didn't want to fuck with it. He wanted to give the nigga 1,000 birds, but he didn't want to fuck with it.
So okay, so they already had their relationship. Where does Alpo come in?
Alpo come in. Lou told me about, I've definitely heard about the situation with Alpo on the bike, because I used to see Alpo riding on a motorcycle, orange Suzuki, doing wheelies, but I didn't know who that was, coming through my block, just wheeling all the time, back and forth, up and down. We used to be like, who the fuck is that? Nice on the bikes. So I heard the story about him downstairs. A and Lou, Gangsta Lou and them was upstairs bottling up. And he was waiting for them to come down so he can meet A and try and get some work. So they came downstairs. They seen him on the bike. Oh shit, this nigga down. I forgot he downstairs. Supposed to go back upstairs, get an A for work, and give it to Alpo. So I talked to A. A said that Rich called him from jail and knew about after LA got killed, which is one of Rich Porter's big homie. He said that Alpo met Rich somewhere around that time. He don't know exactly where. He said, but Rich called him and told him, yo, my nigga, my nigga Alpo is out there. He said Rich introduced him, told A to look out for Alpo. And he said that's how it actually started, with him meeting him. But I don't want to go back and forth with, because Gangsta Lou is my brother. Azie is my brother. And I hate that them two is not seeing eye to eye on things. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there from day one when they was tight like this. You know what I'm saying? Period. Lou would definitely tear something up for A, and A will always make sure Lou all right, whatever, you know. So I don't really want to elaborate on too much on that, but that's how Alpo came around. So long story short, AZ started taking the Alpo, right? AZ was going to buy his mother a car, Volvo, a blue Volvo. I'll never forget that. You remember the blue Volvo?
Yeah, Sterling.
It's Sterling, exactly. Went to buy her one. Alpo was with AZ. And ate
Rest in peace to Miss Margaret.
yes,
too.
Miss Margaret. Yes.
A
That's
mother.
that's our other mother as well.
Rest in peace.
Yes. And it was an Impulse. Y'all remember the cars, the Impulse back in the days? It was an Impulse spinning around on the showroom floor in there. And he said Alpo was, you know, watching, looking at the car, was like, yo, that shit, damn, that shit mean. And he was like, yeah, you want that? He was like, he said, Alpo was like, yeah, I want it. He said, he asked the dealer how much it cost. He said, $18,000. He said, all right, wrap that up for my nigga. He said, I had the $18,000 in my pocket already. That wasn't nothing. And he bought the car for Pope. And I remember that car. I couldn't remember which one it was, but he just told me the other day when I just talked to him. Well, yesterday, actually, what it was. And he said he bought it for him. And Alpo never, ever looked back after that. Getting a lot of money. They used to do bus rides. They used to do a lot of like fireworks and stuff for the kids, 4th of July. All that was the good side that I could speak about with that relationship. You know what I'm saying? He never looked back, man. He was doing his thing with A until Rich came home. So when Rich came home, I don't know when they actually started rocking together, Alpo and Rich, but they was rocking together. Everybody knew that they got real tight when they bought twin matching Porsches, 944s, twin turbo joints, fruit punch. Is
Harlem
when,
shit.
yeah, exactly.
What's good, Flip?
I'm listening. I'm listening. Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
This is like a movie. So they got close.
Mm-hmm.
And then what type of guy was Alpo? Was he, as the movie predicted,
Yeah, he
flashy, flamboyant?
He definitely flashy, definitely flamboyant. Everything they said, he used to take them fuck girls, film them, and show it in the rooftop in the little lunchroom area. He did all that shit. Definitely not scared. Still not scared to this day. You know what I'm saying? And if you know, if you ain't been hearing, he's been out, you know, looking for niggas and telling niggas keep my name out your mouth. You know, he always been like that. He always been like that.
I heard he's taking pictures with people as well.
They taking pictures. He seen me. Me and my brother was together July
It's my birthday.
14th for his birthday. And I was in the patio section of, what's that spot we was at?
We was in Cali's up
Cali's
in Harlem.
in Harlem. And I was on the patio talking to my sis, Saray. And me and her was just chilling. And then one of, my peers from childhood tapped me on the shoulder and said, yo, Poe want to holler at you. He wanted to say hi to you, my nigga. I was like, who? He was like, Alpo. You know Alpo, right? I said, yeah, I know. Where he at? I'm looking back in the club. He was like, he right there. And I looked over, and he was like, what's good? I was like, oh, yeah, I know Paul. All right, tell him I'm coming. So, you know me, I'm just a cordial dude, period. I'm going to always keep it cordial with anybody. That's just me. So I said, all right, I'm coming. Me and sis walked out there, walked over to him. He was like, what up? He said, what's up, nigga? You still look the same. I was like, yeah, no doubt, my G. Ain't nothing changing. I'm going to always look the same. It's only going to get better. He was like, that's what's up. I shook his hand, and then I walked off. My brother and them was still sitting over there. All my other homies, we was out there celebrating. We had about 20 niggas over there with us, just partying, having fun. And he was standing out there, still talking to people, and niggas was over there chilling. So I think, they wasn't taking pictures at that time, but I heard about the picture taking.
Say he was at the basketball games and all that shit.
And been to the basketball games. Me personally, no disrespect to him, I can't take a picture with you because Rich Porter's sister is my sister. She watched me grow up. Pat Porter's my sister. Pat. And it's like, if I do that, I'm going against that you actually killed my brother, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it might have been about, I can't do that because she's my sister. That's my friend. My loyalty relies on lives with her. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. And even if she wasn't my sister, I still wouldn't do it because of the things you've done already. You know, Alpo was somebody I used to look up to. Like, damn, I'm gonna be like him. Here's another reason what made me want to go hard and get money, have my own spots and all that shit and do, you know what I'm saying? And then when you went and did what you did, I don't care where you did it at. You did it on the DC niggas. It's still, you know, it don't stand for what we grew up. You're not supposed to tell on no man.
Why do you take his reason for what he did to Rich? You heard it. We all heard it. Is that the true reason? Do you? Because that's his reason. He was there, so you have no choice but to believe him.
Not really, but back then, you know, niggas was living off movies too. A nigga violate, you kill him, which was stupid. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that, and you don't kill nobody you love because they wouldn't tell you that they had some work for you, and you keep asking them to find out why you didn't tell them. That's why I'm asking you. I'm asking you because, nigga, I found out from so-and-so. Give them a chance to say, I ain't tell you because the shit was whack. I gave it back. Or somebody robbed me for it. You don't even know if he really had the work or if that other man was lying. So why would you automatically think your brother that you love was lying to you? And you just killed them because you thought that if he lied to me about something that simple, no telling what he'll do later on to me and take me down the road. You can cut him off before that ever happened to you. Don't fuck with him no more. But us knowing Rich Porter was getting his own work from everybody else. From Fritz. Now, if Fritz probably didn't give him no work, this is just me hypothetically speaking, if he wasn't giving you no work, he might have went somewhere else to get some work until his original connect got some work, right? Mm-hmm. So, I can't see how Alpo was bigger than Rich Porter at the time. Rich Porter is that nigga giving you work. He was giving you work to go to DC, 100 birds to go do and sell in 1 week and come back. And so, to answer your question, what Azie told me was he think that Alpo did that because while Rich's little brother was kidnapped, he gave Alpo the birds to go get the money so when you come back, pay the kidnappers for his brother. Azie said that he think that Alpo did that to keep the money. You kill Rich Porter, keep the money, they're going to think the kidnappers did it. Killed Rich Porter. Because that's what was going on right then.
That's deep.
But how did people find out that? How did the assumptions come that Alpo did it? Because that's why I asked Lou the same thing. But Lou said, you know, I don't want to tell. It's going to mess up my...
When we found out Rich was dead, you know, I was a little nigga at the time, and I was in deep. So it was like we had to stay in because we didn't know where it was coming from, the kidnapper. So I had to stay in. I couldn't be out like that because we don't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
Me and a few other people that was affiliated. So when we found out Rich was dead, I came outside of my building and A was on the corner. A was like, man, I just seen a nigga Alpo, man. That nigga got scratches on his neck. That nigga might be the one that killed Rich, man.
Just like that.
That's what he told me out his mouth. Can't make this shit up. You know what I'm saying? And just another thing with the King Earner. Don't know what the fuck you talking about, ass nigga.
Come on, you getting at this again, man.
Nah, because he said AZ, why he ain't do nothing to Alpo if you thought that he killed your man. He was just making an assumption because he still didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So, how would he just get at a person right then and there if he don't really know? He was just making an assumption. So I don't like the fact that you throwing that out there
But then Alpo say he got scratches on his neck, not from
Because he was
Rich.
fucking the girl and
Yeah.
all that. Because when he was talking, hey, what up, my nigga? What's good? Yeah, Rich dead. And this happened. He was like, word? He's like, just regular conversation. And then he was like, damn, how you got the scratches on you, my nigga? He said, I was fucking a bitch last night, da-da-da-da-da. So if a nigga tell you he was fucking a bitch, that mean he was fucking a bitch. Or I had a fight, he had a fight. That don't mean that he actually supposed to react on this person.
Right.
Because you think that he killed Rich. So stop saying that. Stop trying to make yourself look like you talking about something that's real. Stop confusing the audience with what reality really is.
But we can't blame him because he don't know. He's not from Harlem.
That's
from
why you ain't
Philadelphia.
supposed to speak on it.
Big
Especially
facts.
when you ain't from here. So
Okay.
why would you speak on something you don't know?
Okay.
And don't call a person a rat if you don't see paperwork. If I don't see paperwork, I ain't calling nobody no rat.
But hold up. Now we talking about when AZ got shot, and they said that he
Right.
told on somebody.
The guys that shot him. There's a difference in snitching and being a victim. There's a difference. It's very, very big difference. All right, the day before he got shot, AZ, Rich Porter, all of them was playing basketball. I was supposed to go with A and get something. I'm going to just say something that night, but they started talking shit and they wanted to play a game of basketball. So I'm like, man, fuck that. They do this shit all the time. I'm breaking out. Me and my boys go riding around having fun. I'm like, man, let's go back over there and see if they still over there. Go back over there. They all gone. I'm like, shit, I know where he at. He in the Bronx at the stash house where he do his thing at. So we about to go over there. Me and my boy, he told me, man, I'm tired. I'm like, yeah, you right. I'll get that shit from that nigga tomorrow. I go home, go to sleep. My mom's wake me up. Boosie, get up. AZ is on the news. He's been shot up. There's people dead in the house. I was like, Mom, stop playing. She was like, get up, shaking me. He's on the news right now. I get up, go look at the TV. I see them pulling my boy out. It's live news, pulling him out on the stretcher, getting into the joint. So to elaborate on what you were saying, snitching is when you do a crime with somebody, and then to get out of you being charged or going to jail, you tell on that person. He didn't do a crime with them dudes. And the dude, Kevin, used to go with AZ's sister. That was her boyfriend. So he came home, AZ looked out for him, was giving him work, letting him bottle up, paying him $2,000, $3,000 just sitting at a damn table. And the other two dudes was his boys. So if A wanted to go to war with them niggas, he couldn't. How you gonna go to war with somebody he don't know? Only one he would have known was Kevin. Only way we could have made that happen is if we would have got Kevin. Me, Rich Porter, my brother Keith Caesar, he's locked up now in North Carolina doing life for a murder right now, trying to get him out of jail. And two other cats. Alpo seen the dude, Kevin. Alpo told the nigga, yo, A got shot up, my nigga. Yo, come to the block. Alpo was really trying to lure him to where we is at. He never came. So we all get together on the block. I get with Rich. Rich, me and my boy Keith Caesar, the one that was supposed to was going to go with me to the house that night. I was supposed to been in that house. My boy Rick, which is Kato's brother, if it wasn't for him, A would have been dead. He would have died in that house. Rick and my boy, his name is Calio. They went up to the house in the Bronx. A said, damn, I forgot to get bottles. Gave them money, Calio and my boy Rick, to go get bottles. The girl that the dumb King Erner nigga talking about, the young girl, she jumped out the cab and he was like, what's going on? She was, I don't want to say stalking, but in love with him, and he wasn't really paying her no attention like that, but she knew about the little hideaway house. He didn't even know she was coming, and seeing her was like, oh, all right, come on, god damn. So that's how she was there. So he gets there. Normally they say, Joanne look out the window. What's going on? Curse you out first. She was the older lady, cool lady. Curse you out and then throw the key down for you to come up. He was yelling Joanne. The key just come flying out the window. He didn't never see her. He was like, man, she probably drunk. Come on, man. They go in, sent my boy and them to get bottles. Get upstairs, door open, putting guns on them. Him, her, my boy Charlie C. Charlie C, I killed the Joanne, other two friends. The girl didn't get killed because she was running around the room like, get off me, wouldn't, so they ain't hit her in the head right. A was like, they kept telling him, open the safe. The Kevin nigga told him, there's a lot of money in that house, and that's why they did that job. And the job was to kill everybody because they know Kevin. So, like the King Earner nigga saying, once again, with the Azie was soft, they ain't need no guns and all that to do all that. They did because Kevin, ain't no Kevin. So if that shit would have happened, after that it's going to be a problem. Because at that time, Alpo, Rich Porter, Gangsta Lou, myself, all my team, all my niggas would have jumped off the building for AZ at this time. He was still that nigga. So it was no he's soft and all that shit ever. So anyway, while they in there, they pistol whipping him. Open the safe. He wouldn't open the safe. He said he knew if he opened the safe, they would have killed him. Yeah. They'd have killed him. He said, I ain't opening no safe. He said, I got money somewhere else. I'll take y'all to get some real money. There's no money in that safe. I'm telling y'all, this is just little shit that I be doing. And the nigga Kevin was like, yo, he gonna take us to get some real money. He gonna take us to get some real money. The nigga in Paid in Full, his name was Calvin that played that part. But his real name in real life, the nigga that played the part, name was Kevin. That's crazy.
Kermit, right?
His name was Kevin. Yeah, the Kermit nigga that Cam was calling him. His name in real life is Kevin. So they was like, word? All right, fuck that. Take everybody in the back. The girl wouldn't go in the back. Take him in the bathroom and wash his face. Because they been pistol whipping A. So while he in there washing his face, because they got to go out in the street, A told me, I just wanted them to get me out to the street. I knew they was going to kill me. I was going to take off running. And they had to kill me running. And maybe some people at least see it. Fuck that. But he was washing his face off. And he told nigga, you a sucker. Telling that to Kevin. Kevin holding the tech while A washing his face. And everybody, they taking the other people in the back. And as he washing his face, he was like, man, you a sucker. The nigga Kevin told him, man, nah, you weren't treating me right. Which, this is a nigga that was paying them $2,000-$3,000 whenever they go sit down at a table in one night, giving you your own work to go to your own block. You just came home from jail, helping you out. Why the fuck would you do some dumb shit like that, right? So he told him, nah, you weren't treating me right. He said he was doing his shoulders all like that. And, you know, Kevin used to have the waves like he a little fly nigga. Anyway, A said he heard the gunshots. Bow, bow. He said right there he grabbed the gun with Kevin. They tussling. He said he almost had it out his hand. He said next thing you know, he said he must have been shot after that. Somebody came in there and shot him, hit him in the head. He got hit 7 times. The wrist, the leg, the neck, the head. He said he just said he felt weariness. Lay down, lay down. That's what he said. And it fucked me up that I went and seen my fucking nigga in the hospital. His head was swole like a watermelon. After the operation with the incision, you can see where they did it around the middle part of his head, where they sewed his head back up. That shit kind of fucked me up. So, like I said, me, Rich Porter, a few of my friends. Rich Porter, you know, when Kevin ain't never come around, we went to his house and was waiting for him. Rich Porter called us down there. He gave everybody 2 of them toys, 2 toys apiece, and we was waiting for him to come. Sitting across the street in this park, waiting at his mom's house. He lived there. So, let me explain to you how real Rich Porter is. He will have niggas tore up if you fucking with him. He gonna have you tore up, sent out of here. But he was a good dude, only if you fuck with him. But get back to what I'm talking about. While we sitting over there waiting, Alpo would pull up. Y'all ain't see him yet? Nah, he would drive off, go back to the block, seeing if the nigga coming over there. Come back again. Y'all, he ain't come? Nope. So one of the other guys was like, yo, man, fuck that. We gonna go upstairs and get his mom's. Fuck that. This how real Rich Porter is. No, we not doing that. That lady ain't got nothing to do with none of this shit. We not doing that. And A just confirmed to me, because Rich was like, man, we out, man, fuck that. A just confirmed to me yesterday that he the one told Rich, man, leave that shit alone, because they gonna be on us, and they gonna come get at me. If any of that shit happen, just chill. A just told me that yesterday. So that's why, and then I was sitting at the phone booth. We used to have a phone booth on our block where we used to just have people calling out there for us because cell phones wasn't really popping like that. Or you remember the big, dumb, stupid cell phones back then. So we always used to have people call the block girls and all that shit, whatever. So this particular day, I'm just standing by the phone and it ring. I answer it. And he was like, hello, yo, who this? I said, this Boosie. Who this? He was like, yo, don't worry about all that. Just tell Junior that shit that just happened to him, keep that shit out the street. I know Kevin's voice because I know him personally. You know what I'm saying? I said, keep what out the street? You know, he know what I'm talking about. I said, yeah, but where you at? He said, don't worry about all that. I was like, man, fuck you, nigga. Fuck out of here. And I hung the phone up on him. So he ran. I don't know. I can't remember either he turned himself in or got locked up in Kentucky somewhere. I don't know how they caught the other two guys. I don't. So my thing is this. How can a man snitch on somebody he don't know? He didn't know them other two guys, right? Only way he would have known if we'd have got Kevin and had him somewhere and make him tell us. Who we going to war with? We don't know who we going to war with. At all. We don't know. But Kevin got caught. So A can't be no snitch to somebody shooting him. He didn't do a crime with him. At all. At all. So he had all right to either let's handle it in the street or do it like this. This nigga Kevin know everything about A family. Everything. Where he lived at, all that. Like, what more can he do? And not only that, because I don't condone snitching at all. But that's not considered snitching. He was a victim of a crime where he could have got his life took and his people. That lady that got killed was like an aunt to him where he was leaving to work at. Another thing with the King Earner, you don't know what you're talking about. You watching TV, talking about fucking the young girl, the house where she called him Lucky. No, it was an older lady which was like an aunt to him. Her name was Joanne. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit that I'm saying. I don't want the people out here to get this legacy construed because we're going to take this shit to another level. We want to go to colleges. We want to teach people about that shit ain't the life. We really live that shit. We really probably not even supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep going back to the Earner dude. I don't know him. I don't got no problem with him. I just have a problem with you saying the wrong stuff. And even if A wasn't my friend or my brother, I was still, check a nigga when don't talk about people that you don't know. I don't even want to hear a nigga telling me nothing about another nigga and you really don't know the truth. And I ain't really with all that. You gossiping. You doing your blog shit or whatever you want to call it, your journalism shit, but you ain't doing it right. Talk about some shit you really know about. Stay away from some shit where you wasn't there. For real.
Flip got the wave popping now.
And I've been quiet for a long time watching. And I never said nothing. Niggas was like, yo, you gotta go say something. And A being quiet. And I don't like that shit. That's my brother. Like, don't do that. He make me mad. I told him that yesterday. All the shit we been ever mad at each other and all that, it's all good. But my nigga, it's time for you to come out and speak all the way to with the Kevin Childs situation. You gotta speak. For real.
Well, Kevin, because it's either the interview with Funkmaster Flex.
Right.
I didn't see the interview. I'm just gonna say it
I seen it, and I ain't like it.
What did he say?
he was saying A was working with the government. He said A name was on his paperwork.
The A told on Kevin Childs.
No, he said he didn't tell on him. He just said he seen AZ name on it. And he said he gonna show the paperwork and he gonna give it to Flex and it can be shown, which was never ever produced. I didn't see it, which I know as a kid growing up with A, he never did no business with Kevin Childs. When I heard that, I was in North Carolina, and I'm telling my homies that don't know AZ, Kevin Childs, Alpo, nobody. These are my little homies from down there that be around me. I'm like, A never did business with Kevin Childs. Like, why would you say that? But speaking in defense of Kevin Childs, he might have seen AZ name on there. Everybody know how the feds play. They'll have a nigga on the stand saying, you did this, you did that, he bought this from you, he bought that from you. And it's not real, just to get a conviction. And that's how they play. So they might throw a name in the paperwork just to see if you bite to it while you under pressure in their arms, in their, in their situation, in their prison, jail, whatever you want to call it. So they'll put a person's name in that. So it's up for you to decide, is this shit real or not? You know what I'm saying? You know how the feds play. They'll play people against each other. So that's not cool. That ain't cool for you to actually think that AZ actually did that. And once again, I talked to A. These are the words out of his mouth. Quoting, I've never been in a federal or a government situation. One thing about the government with AZ, they mad they didn't catch him when he was rocking. They got everybody else. They might have won Rich Porter, but he got killed. They got one, Alpo. AZ never been in federal custody for him to ever have to tell on anybody if he wanted to. He never been in a situation. They sent in an agent, nigga name was Winston. Remember Mob Style, the group? The nigga stole all of their masters. Stole all the fucking masters because they was being popular. They was about to be the biggest rap group in the game. NWA was going at them. NWA made diss records to AZ and them. They was about to be out of here. Stole all the masters. The feds sent them in. Gangsta Lou caught the nigga. Pistol whipped the nigga up and all that. I'm surprised he didn't tell y'all about that. He sent the nigga somewhere. Pistol whipped the nigga named Winston, an African nigga. They did that so A and them could not sell no more because I think Sony wanted to sign them and was about to get them some big money. And that's what A was saying of it yesterday too to me. He was like, I did the music shit so we didn't have to fucking hustle no more. I was tired of hustling. Shit wasn't about nothing after he got shot up. So that's where all that shit came about.